All right, soulmates, you saw it last night, so did we. Beyonce became the most awarded artist in Grammy history with 32 wins, including Best Dance and Electronic Album for Renaissance.
Yeah, that win kind of surprised me, though. Show host Trevor Noah, who I think did an excellent job, declared Beyonce the GOAT, settling the ongoing debate with the statement, "It's Beyonce." The audience was just as happy and celebrated with Beyonce as she thanked her family and the LGBTQ community. Beyonce won Best Traditional R&B Performance and Best Electric Dance Recording, like we just mentioned, but missed out on Album, Song, and Record of the Year. The Grammy nominee and music legend Nile Rodgers, along with Beyonce's producer The Dream, accepted her first win of the night as Beyonce was stuck in traffic. She continues to reign supreme with, check this, 88 Grammy nominations, and this girl has 29 Grammys. Amazing.
Congratulations to Beyonce and the Beehive. But there's more congratulations in order because actor Viola Davis adds a Grammy to her Egot collection, winning the award for Best Audiobook Narration and Storytelling for her memoir, Finding Me. Davis is only the third Black woman and 18th person overall to attain Egot status, having previously won an Emmy, Oscar, and Tony. She beat fellow nominees Mel Brooks, Lin-Manuel Miranda, Questlove, and Jamie Foxx. In her acceptance speech, Davis paid homage to her childhood self, saying, quotes, "I wrote this book to honor the 6-year-old Viola, and it has been such a journey. I just Egot."
Yes, she did, and she joins Jennifer Hudson and Whoopi Goldberg, and that only 3 Black women to do it thus far.
Yeah.
Who is Samara Joy? The 23-year-old jazz singer from the Bronx just made history last night as the latest recipient of the Grammy Award for Best New Artist. It was an amazing moment. She also won a Grammy for Jazz Vocal Album for Linger a While, her debut LP, which is so smooth and buttery and delicious. She was up against notable acts like Lotto, Money Long, Anita, Wet Leg, and Main Skin. Joy is the granddaughter of gospel performance Elder Goldwire and Ruth McClendon, and won the prestigious Sarah Vaughan International Jazz Vocal Competition back in 2019. She is set to perform this coming weekend at the Soraya Performing Arts Center that's located at Cal State North Ridge, and I became hip to her some time ago, maybe back about 2019. It was right before the pandemic really kicked off, because I noticed she had won the Sarah Vaughan Award. I heard one of her songs online. I felt that she sounded a lot, like Sarah Vaughan, and that throwback to that early days of jazz. When I found out that she was just at that time just a teenager, I was absolutely floored. Just very sweet, very down to earth, and maybe this will be the moment where it hits her that she has arrived, because if you follow her on social media like I do, it's like she doesn't quite know how great she is, or just hasn't really realized fully how great and amazing she is. So hopefully last night was a great moment for her. She comes from a musical family. Dad used to play bass for like the Clark Sisters and Andre Crouch, so she is steeped in music.
That's incredible. That's incredible. And I was really delighted to learn about her really through the Grammys. After she won, I sort of, took to Apple and listened to some of her music, and you're right, she does sound a lot like Sarah Vaughan. She sounds a lot like Billie Holiday. Like I haven't heard a voice like that in a very, very, very long time. And also with Viola Davis's acceptance speech, I really appreciated her nod to her husband Julius, right, who she referred to as the love of her life. Sometimes we don't always see, the hubbies and the brothers being acknowledged in that way. And so that was delightful to see. And then, with Beyonce's acceptance speech, acknowledging her Uncle Johnny, who died of HIV/AIDS, as an inspiration for the Renaissance album. What a moving tribute to her dead uncle, having her, make history at the Grammys yesterday, now becoming the most decorated Grammy Award winning artist in history. I'm just saying, it's pretty cool stuff. Now, you know what else is not so cool? What's not so cool? We just talked about cool stuff, but the not so cool stuff is that rap pioneer Gangsta Boo was left out of the 65th Grammy Awards memorial segment, causing outrage among fans on social media. One fan called the omission unacceptable and disrespectful. Another offered possible possible justification, theorizing that Gangsta Boo might be honored at the next Grammy since she passed away in 2023. Now, Gangsta Boo passed away on New Year's Day at the age of 43, and her cause of death has not yet been revealed. However, according to TMZ, an overdose is suspected, and a fentanyl-laced substance was found by authorities. Now, the family of the late rapper has asked for privacy as they process their loss.
Staying on the topic of the Grammys, the event was filled with memorable performances, including a tribute to hip-hop's 50th anniversary, curated by none other than Questlove and The Roots. Let's take a look.
You know all of that. Got pull the trigger long, grip my teeth, spray to every social score. Got my block sewn on my dope spot. Left thing I sweat. My main dog from my name Julio. Type of brother that'll slap you with your Julio. Cause Mr. Mina said so. Hang with the big dogs, damn court, the blood of whistle. Blood of whistle. G-N-O-S-I-E-D-L-L. I'm not hanging out the window with my rats. What are we doing? Multi-generation, hands in the air, hands in the air. Put your hands in the air.
Man, I was about to jump out my top floor window looking at this tribute. It brought together pioneers like you saw it, Grandmaster Flash, Too Short, with newer artists like Lil Baby and Lil Uzi Vert. Questlove spoke about his excitement and hard work behind the tribute, which I heard about this too. It was condensed from 21 minutes to 14 minutes. That's why everybody's performance was so short. It was done as soon as they walked on stage. Now the Grammys also featured numerous nominations for hip hop heavyweights, including Khaled, Future, Kendrick Lamar, your favorite, who won Best Rap Performance for his song The Heart, Part 5. Lotto earned a nomination for Best New Artist, and Doja Cat was up for Record of the Year. I just thought the performance was great, but it was a little rushed. It is Black History Month, and I now know who is it. Baby something, the Hispanic artist, Baby something. I now know who he is, but I thought that maybe
Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny, yeah. I feel like it's Black History Month. Hip hop's 50th anniversary. This was a big to-do. A lot of folks were looking forward. I think they should have switched up the performances. What's his name?
Bad Bunny.
Him too. Should have probably been later in the show. And I just feel so that performance, the hip hop celebration, could breathe a little bit more. I just feel it should have been in the beginning of the show. It should have been a show opener. It was just as high energy and impactful as the Bad Bunny. That's just me, but I loved how some of the older performers, the folks my age, looked just as good as some of the new generation, how they brought that together. I just don't think there was enough breathing room for it to really just be, for us to really bask in it like we should have been able to. Yeah. It's Black History Month. Well, I think, put that performance up front.
I think LL Cool J mentioned at the top of the performance that this was just the beginning. So I think there's going to be a series of celebrations of the 50th anniversary of hip hop that will happen throughout the year, through the Recording Academy and other folks, and so that's exciting to learn. But it was a high energy performance. It was incredible. A lot of the artists looking better than they've looked in a very long time. I felt like I was listening to the soundtrack of my growing up years. While I'm a millennial, most of my brothers are Xers.
They with me.
And so I remember, listening to a lot of the music in our house. And so I hope everybody enjoyed it as much as I did. Yeah. It was really a great Grammy Award.
It was well produced, well put together. Big ups to Dr. Dre and that inaugural award that people will continue to get, at the Grammys. I just think that the performances should have been switched out.
Yeah. And congratulations to Collins Entertainment for producing a great Grammy Award.
You would know that.
Yeah. Well, real news and comedy collide once again at this year's White House Correspondents Association dinner as Roy Wood Jr. takes the stage. Known for his role as a reporter on The Daily Show, Woods Jr. Promises to bring a unique blend of humor and thought-provoking commentary to the event on April 29th. President of the Correspondent Association, Tamara Keith, says that Roy Wood Jr. brings a journalistic eye to his comedy. This year's dinner follows in the footsteps of last year's event, which saw Former Daily Show host Trevor Noah take the stage, and President Biden deliver humorous jabs at himself, former President Trump, and the press.
I think Roy would be a great replacement for Trevor Noah. Trevor Noah, I'm just saying. All right, NOLA is heating up. Bounce artist Big Frida is bringing a new hotspot to the city with Hotel Frida, a boutique nightclub and hotel set to break ground in the Farborough Margany neighborhood this spring. With just 5 rooms, Hotel Frida will operate more as a nightclub, music venue, and pool party spot. According to Frida's manager, it'll be a, quote, country club with a music venue featuring both local and national music. The hotel concept came to life during the pandemic when Frida occupied her time at home cooking and providing hospitality. Frida aims for a grand opening in time for Mardi Gras 2024.
We love to hear that. You know what else we love to hear? Get ready. Rihanna Navy. Bad Gal Riri is hitting the stage this month at the Super Bowl halftime show, and it's just the beginning of her comeback. Are we calling it a comeback? Well, maybe. According to sources closest to the artist, she's gearing up to announce a full North American tour later this year, with European dates to follow in 2024. The pop star is also rumored to be releasing new music and performing many residencies in major cities, while the 34-year-old hasn't toured since 2016. Recent photos show her hard at work in the studio. Fans are eager to see what the singer and entrepreneur has in store as she balances music and her beauty and lingerie brands, Fenty Beauty, and my favorite, Savage by Fenty. All right,
the countdown begins to the big game.
That's right. Coming up, Black excellence in our children. You know, Whitney says, teach them well and let them lead the way.
And we'll tell you just how old one young man is who just graduated from high school. It's all straight ahead on Fox Soul's Black Report.